This is the Mohibzada family. As is typical in Afghanistan, the three generations live together in one household. We spoke to the mum, dad and their two sons about the upcoming election and whether they'll be voting. We're obliged because we're the education workers and we're educated. We should take part in the election. If we don't take part in it, then obviously our country will be destroyed.
They don't serve and they won't serve. There should be somebody who serves so I can vote for him. In these 5 years, nobody has done anything. I don't know anyone. How am I supposed to vote? Someone who works for Afghanistan, who works for our country, I'm going to vote for him.
I do understand that it is quite important and the future of Afghanistan lies in young generation hand. But I voted last time and I feel very bad. It hurts you that I vote for this person and he is not working, so it means that something hurting from your side, inside.
The Mohibzadas may not all have caught election fever, but out on the streets of Kabul, the amount of posters tell another tale. Across the country, 2,500 candidates, nearly a fifth are female, are standing for 249 seats in the lower house of parliament. There'll be fewer polling stations open this year than last. That's in part due to security concerns, but the Independent Election Commission says it's also a fraud mitigation measure. They're only opening the amount they can get proper oversight on. Much of the material that's left in this warehouse now is destined for polling stations across Kabul. There are stacks of ballot boxes. There are cardboard screens here which shield the voter and give them some privacy when they're casting their vote. And there are boxes of ballot papers. Last year in the presidential election, 6 million people turned out to vote, but 1.5 million of those votes were found to be fraudulent. There's a lot of concern the same will happen this year. Already there are reports in the press that thousands of fake registration cards have entered circulation, but the IEC says they're hoping to catch those people out.
On the polling day, it is not useful because the original one is in good quality. Of course, our colleague will know which one is not the exact one. If they have more than one, of course, they will be arrested.
These elections won't be perfect. Fraud is still expected to take place, but not on the same scale as last time.
We believe that massive fraud is going to be much more difficult to be done. Look at my finger. Plenty of new technological advanced approaches, including an ink which is truly indelible. But at the end of the day, it will all depend on whether the Afghans have got enough courage and determination to go to vote, and whether the security will be sufficient for them to do so.
We vote to take our future in our hands. If we don't vote, our country will not develop. We're going to vote for such a person who serves every district and all the poor people. We vote because our country should be built up so no one can harm it. No more bombings or Taliban in our country. Everyone should be united.
The organisers are under pressure to prove they can hold an election that's not so tainted with fraud and corruption claims, and the international community would, of course, like this election to be credible, inclusive and transparent. But in the end, it is Afghans who will make the final decision on the legitimacy of the election and the future of Afghanistan. Mel Preen in Kabul for the NATO Channel.